Hello, I'm Ann Garrels, and I'm here to introduce a new series of programs on security abroad. These may be as fundamental to overseas travel as picking up your passport. In the past decade, there have been extraordinary economic, political, and geographic changes. Have these affected the way we think about security? We'll try to answer that question and give you a mental checklist of things you can do to ensure your security as an American living abroad in the 90s. There's one sure fact I can tell you as a reporter traveling the globe. No matter where you go, the overwhelming problem now seems to be street crime. Because of this, the first program in our Security Awareness series, Color Me Yellow, looks at personal security and reminds you, you are your own best defense. Is this an invitation to theft? He thinks so.
Bonjour madame.
Hello.
Pamplemousse?
They're grapefruits, yeah.
4 pamplemousses.
Grapefruits.
Et avec ceci, c'est tout?
Yeah, this is what I want to buy.
C'est tout? Alors 10 francs s'il vous plaît. Ah, vous avez pas assez là. 10.
What?
10 francs.
I'm sorry, but I don't speak French.
There she is, looking like a rich American tourist.
What is that? Is that 1,000?
Oui, 10 francs. 4 pamplemousses, 10 francs.
This doesn't make any sense to me. See, this
She
is
doesn't
what I
speak the
thought.
language. She obviously isn't street smart.
Voilà, celui-là.
Which one is it?
Voilà.
Whatever.
Voilà. Chiquette?
Yes, thanks.
Voilà. Merci beaucoup, au revoir madame. Avec ceci madame.
Et 2 bananes.
2 bananes. Vous les mettez ensemble? Oui, c'est le même.
This woman is in a dangerous white fog. And the inevitable happens. Can you stop crime? Terrorism? Anti-Americanism? Political uprisings? Of course not. But you can learn how to protect yourself and not go to black, which is a colorblind panic. This is not a pun, but an introduction to a color code designed for security training. White stands for unawareness. You've let your guard down completely and you're totally relaxed in your environment. This should not happen when you're abroad. So, what's the ideal color? Yellow. Here you're aware of everything around you. You'll notice if anything out of the ordinary happens, and if it does, you'll go to orange. When in orange, you've identified the potential threat, your alarm system has been triggered, and you're making plans to deal with it. Red stands for action, the action that you take to avoid the danger or confront it. The goal of this program is to put you in a yellow mode, always aware of everything around you. Let's revisit our market scene in Paris and see how it could have worked with the proper color code. Be prepared is the Boy Scouts motto. Be aware is the SAS motto. Aware of what? Aware of local customs, so that like a chameleon, you can fit into any scene.
Merci.
Aware of what you can do in this environment to protect yourself. Finally, aware of your options. so that you always have a plan of action ready if you need it.
Bonjour madame,
Bonjour.
France Télécom ici. Nous avons des ennuis avec les lignes.
Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes ma'am, I do speak English.
We have a problem with the outside line. I need to look at the extensions.
I have two of them, one in the living room, one in the bedroom.
Let's look at the bedroom first.
Okay, come on in. It's over here.
Merci madame. I'll take care of it now.
Fine, I'll be in the kitchen if you need anything.
It won't be long.
Thank you.
Au revoir madame.
That was an easy number for him.
Oh oui, tout va bien.
But was she thinking yellow? You should know what schedules workmen have in the host country, how they're dressed. Ask for identification when he arrives. You might want to call the company for confirmation of his identity. Escort workmen to be sure they're doing the proper work and never leave valuables lying around. If you're in a part of the world where you have household help, teaching them all of these precautions is essential. At the same time, show them not only how to answer doors, but also how to answer telephones.
Who are you?
Pour le téléphone, madame.
What company you work for?
France Télécom, madame.
Do you have your identification?
I don't have it. I left it someplace.
I'm sorry, I cannot let you in.
And if you have children, make sure you teach them these same things.
I'm sorry, my mother can't come to the phone right now.
The basic rule is never give out any information on a telephone.
I'm sorry, I can't give out that information.
Make up a security checklist for everybody in the house. It would include all those things one does to make the house secure, and also the necessary emergency numbers. There's only so much you can and must do for the physical protection of your home. This is your castle, and protect it you must. Ensure that your doors and windows are fully secured, and that you've some means of communications with the outside world in case of an emergency. Usually, predictability is a good thing and unpredictability a bad thing. But in security, this is reversed. Someone under surveillance is far less likely to become a target if they're unpredictable. Every day, this man came out of his house at 8 o'clock, got into his car, and drove to work. He went the same way every day. Under surveillance, it didn't take much time for the kidnappers to know exactly when and where to get him.
What the hell? Okay, what is this?
Now let's stop for a minute. This man committed 4 other security errors for which he paid dearly. Since this could happen to anyone, did you notice what he didn't? He never checked the street when he came out of the house. One would think he might have noticed that the same workmen were there every morning and every evening. He didn't lock his doors when he got in. That alone might have saved the situation. Following him was easy. A big American car with stickers all over it is hard to miss. When he was driving, his mind was in a white fog. Otherwise, he might have remembered seeing that same couple at the same time the day before. And he might have wondered if 8 a.m. was a normal time to stroll with a baby. Being street smart means knowing what people do, how they do it, and when they do it. This could have saved him from disaster. Painters in the past have captured bad personal security situations. Did Marat take his bath at 8 o'clock every morning? And good security situations, even if one wonders about her security training. Somehow it seems fitting and proper to leave this scene by going back to our security painting with its definite message. If I'm going abroad, color me yellow.